Howdy, howdy, folks. Welcome to Babble with Bronies. I am your host. My name is Everlasting Joy, along with my good friends Mr. Ben and Twilight is Magic. I'd like to thank y'all for coming by. We got a lot of things we need to discuss and just get out of the way right now. So, first of all, um, okay, that no sound thing kind of threw me off there. Anyway, first off, what happened last week? I know I already said it, but I'll give you guys the skinny really quickly. I got sick. Val got called away on a family emergency, and Jay Haller had technical difficulties. It was a mess, to say the least, of things. We have postponed that interview. We have not set a date yet because we just need to. At this point, it's postponed. As far as I know, it will happen. When, I don't know. And yes, as far as I know, Val is okay. But that's basically all you guys need to know. That's all the important information. But let's not waste any time on that anymore. We got a lot of things we need to cover here, folks. So let's get started. All I've got in the news this week is just the Brony State news, folks. Again, another quiet week. It was quiet on the news front, but this is one of my... I love these weeks where I just get a dump load of content. Just a lot of great content to show you guys. So, anyway, the first thing I just want to bring to your guys' attention is Miyazaki Week here on Brony State. Of course you would pop up. Why do I always forget to put that one away? Whatever. Anyway, I'm just going to give you the shorthand here on this one. Yeah, SB. Just a really close, just going to give you the skinny on things here. Quote, I wanted to let you all know that Brony State is once again planning another week of quality entertainment for you to attend at the end of 2013, heading directly into the new year. From Monday, December 30th to Saturday, January 4th, we will be running what we like to call our Miyazaki Week. Every night we will run 2 films, each written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki himself. You can get the list here in the announcement. But what else is important is it's at Monday through Thursday. It will be 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you like Hayao Miyazaki films, stop on by this week at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and check them out. One thing to note, one last thing. Friday will be our standard movie night, uninterrupted, no Miyazaki films. And on Saturday, in order to cover for Friday, we will stream Ponyo and the Secret World of Heredity. After Euro Night. So whenever on Saturday when Euro Night ends, then we will stream those 2 movies. Anyway, check it out. Let's move on. And last in the news for Brony State is just our, movies and stuff for Friday, January. Why do I not write this down? 2nd and no. 4th. Wow, I'm really off today, folks. I'm sorry. The 2nd and 3rd of January. On Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we will be showing Airplane, Party of One. That's our Pony 1. Our B movie is The Big Lebowski, and Pony 2 is The Best Night Ever. We will also be doing an encore of this on Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for our European viewers. You can obviously find it here on Brony State. That's December 2nd and 3rd. 3 and 4th. I'm sorry. So stop on by if you like good movies, good fun, and good people. And we've got one journal and a fanfic I want to bring to your guys' attention. Of course I would miss that. If you want to disseminate an article to him, Matt the Shadow Man, go for it. The only thing I want to bring to attention in the journal here is this one from Citra titled "To All Watchers." Thank you. Free stuff. Really quick, free wallpaper pack that Citra created for you as a thank you for an awesome year. So, if you want free downloads, or a free download, free desktop, and a desktop painting made by Citra, there you go. And finally, in the fanfics, I got this one from I got this one on per request, and I think I'm gonna hide myself from this one. This fanfic comes to us from a one Abstract Thoughts, titled Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Quote, Pee-wee has been living with his Phoenix family for a while, happy to be with them. Recently, however, the young Phoenix has grown homesick from his old caretaker, Spike. One day he decides to bid his family farewell and return to the dragon who saved his life. Thus begins a long and epic journey involving mean dragons, a flirtatious robin, an epic space battle, and more. End quote. Yeah, now all we're missing is a bicycle, if you ask me. Knit. So yeah, if you're into fanfic, you're into Pee-wee, you're into big long epics, this is going to be right up your alley, folks. All right. I did get a couple requests early to do art, but is here. He is here. All right. I'm going to go to art first of all, folks, because I do have people who have shown art this week who are also here. And we've got, and more importantly, because there's one video I have that is just big. It's about 13 minutes long. So yeah, I don't want to have my audience members wait there. So sorry, we're going to go straight to art first. And speaking of first, let me get him here. Tox?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey.
Yes. Coolio.
Am I rubbing off on you there?
Well, you actually caught me right at a good time.
Good. All right, let's start with winging it here.
Oh, God, yes, this one.
The Tox box, folks. Yeah, whoever thought of that, I got to give props to. That was a good one.
Vest gave me that title. That was a good one.
That was it.
It was much better than the one that I had.
No, it was someone from here. They were saying the Tox box was when you come onto the show here.
Oh, I get it.
But anyway, want me to read it off, or do you want to?
Yeah, you can read it off.
All right. Scoots, flap harder. I'm trying. It's not working. I'm not a crash. Well, that was a total bust. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. How did you think this would work? It's the Rainbow Dash in a Box flying kit, folks.
it was that was a very intriguing comic to work on. Yeah, granted, you got another one, but it's like for this one, I'll just briefly mention because this one was actually one of my more favorite to draw comics. Actually, it came out really, really, really good.
Hmm.
Only because the the entire comic it just came out really well. I'm actually surprised. I don't draw the CMCs a lot, but that was actually one of the rare times I draw Apple Bloom really, really good.
Tell us about some of the
Oh well.
angles. These angles look interesting.
Well, the behind the back Scootaloo one that's in panel two, I tried something different. Obviously, I put the tail where I did, and then I put the angle from the treehouse one. I I never really thought about that one. I just decided to try and do that one, and that one I was quite surprised at how that came out. I never tried a top down, a bottom to top angle like that,
Hmm.
and this was actually the first time I've ever drawn the treehouse backgrounds, let alone the actual treehouse. I've never drawn the treehouse before.
Huh. You did a good
And
job
actually,
on this angle, by the way.
I thanks. I mean, that was there's a slight little flaw in it, which is actually it's in the bottom wood flanks that
Hmm.
I screwed up. They're at the wrong angle, like two of them. But other than that, I was actually quite surprised how well I did that from scratch. All I did was I had one reference picture to get an idea what it looks like, and I just did the rest on my own.
Nice. Anything else before we go to Unwanted Hero?
No, you can go on to the next one.
All right.
Yeah.
This one, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Now, as I say, I do all these before the episode airs. That's why they're kind of off.
I actually kind of like that because it the humor can then be is right from the person. It's not from the episode. It's not derived directly from the episode.
For the most part, it just depends because I know some people. Right now, I know Pixel Kitties and myself are the only ones, and there's one other person. There's usually a third person that keeps bouncing around between whoever it is that does a pre-episode comic with us.
Okay. Who is that?
We have no idea.
Oh.
It's random every week.
All right. I'm gonna read this one.
All right.
Darn it! I knew I forgot my snack at home. Sweetie Belle is one of the worst because of how high her pitch is. Have no fear, young one. I have just the solution for you. Was that even necessary? I was going to share with her, you know.
This one was definitely one of the more fun ones I had to do. I mean, this I had basically no idea to go on. I could have made the derpy costume a lot better, but again, what happened is in December, whenever I do comics in December, especially near Christmas time, like around this one, my time gets really, 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 really stretched thin. I lose a day to actually work on something.
Hmm.
So this one, the Sweetie Belle came out pretty good. The Scootaloo was good, and then Derpy, I made her a little bit too short. This is why I draw so many Philly stuff. I just can't seem to get the niche down for like normal adult pony things at times. I draw them like a little bit off. I'll put it that way. I'm so used to drawing the Philly style,
What
but no,
about?
this
Go ahead.
no, so, but this one, yeah, it was a schoolhouse background.
How did you design her suit? Because I actually really like the suit. It's nice and simple, and it fits well with her, color wise.
Okay. If you take Rarity's mask color that she has, I toned it down to get the line art right, and then I just brightened it up. I just guessed on the colors. I had no idea else on the design of it,
Hmm.
so it's kind of simple, I guess. Simple but effective, I guess. I couldn't think of any. I couldn't think of a more elaborate design. I didn't want to cover her face,
like I
unless you
said,
want to understand Sturpy.
like I said, I actually like the simplicity of it.
Oh yeah, well it's actually like what someone said. It looks like a Wonderbolt suit, so it kind of is. I didn't really ever, I didn't even actually look at one of those. I actually took the bolts things from Dash's costume and kind of made my own little versions.
Well, it works.
It works. I guess. I guess for whatever reason it did. I'm just happy with the way that uh with the way these came out. I'm amazed though because people actually found the muffin for these because this is a I hid the muffin in the last one. The CMC one was actually it was a nail that was on the treehouse on the far right side. The muffin in this one, if you go to the second to last panel, one of those dots I made as an actual muffin. So I hit a muffin within a muffin, and some people caught that. A lot of people didn't catch that one in this. But again, what people have to understand is I put the muffins either as objects or they're hidden very very small.
hmm Dun dun
It's one of
dun.
those tiny specks that are inside the muffin that you see there, that half eaten one that's on that second last one.
Yep, I'm on it right now. That's like I said. All I can think of is just either muffinception or some kind of dramatic gopher or prairie dog actually
Mhm.
thing.
Oh no, it was interesting. I'll put it that way. It was a really interesting comic to work on this one. But no, I mean, I like what I'm trying to do though with these comics that you've been seeing. Like there is one thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to almost rotate angles in the pony. So I usually have one behind the back one, one side one, or one frontal one
hmm
nowadays in the comics that I do. I want to just learn to practice doing 360 versions of the characters and just give it a more dynamic thing. But then that means I have to do more backgrounds, but that's all right. First, it's the first time I did the schoolhouse back. For the second time ever, I did the schoolhouse background,
Nice.
and that was the first time in a year and a half. Good God, it was a help. That was interesting. But
Anything else
uh,
streaming
no,
tonight?
I should be after I get back home from the Buffalo Bills game, which is going to be on in about 7 minutes,
All right.
and then yeah, I got a that one's the one I'm working on for that one is a pre-episode 8 comic, and that one, let's just say it takes the Rarity idea of her winning the Fashion Week and completely spins it around. It is a very good comic. I actually kind of bounced around an idea with one other person, and let's just say this is kind of one of the weirdest comics I've ever. This is the first comic for 2014, and it's gonna be interesting. I'll put it that way.
Already off to a weird start.
It's gonna be off to a weird start. More pre-episode comics, yay! All right, cool.
All right.
And yeah, and then everybody will see the comic next week unless they already saw it.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
All right. Thank
All
you for
right, that's it.
stopping by, Talks, as always.
Yep, so no problem. I will chill out here until I'm ready to go to the game.
Take care, man.
All right, yep, later, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Toxic Mario. Now, before we go on to Muffinshire and Colt, who I see in the chat, I do want to get this one in. By the way, I've got about like 5 or 6 comics in here, folks, so you're welcome. This one is by Looted, titled Embers. I saw this one and I put it in right away. I've shown her work on here before and I've expressed my love of her style, but this one, what really stuck out to me was it kind of grew on me from the Nightmare Moon picture she had I've shown a long time ago, where it was that really dark and that dark coat and very deep blue mane. Well, this one was kind of one of those in light of that. I loved this deep red vein or mane that she had with it. Oh, yeah, there was nothing in the description. Holy crap, 51 people already. Turned into a good episode. I knew today was going to be a good episode. That's the point, Ven. This is her style. It's very long legs, very almost kind of, forgive me, Looted, almost kind of sickly, but that's just her style. I wouldn't say sickly. That's just her. That's just her style. Bear with me, Matt. That's the people I'm seeing in my chat here. The 51 people. Anyway, Maybe so. Maybe so, Rylif. All right, let's move on. Okay, Muffinshire, I hope you're ready. Hello?
Hello there.
Hey, hey, hey.
All right.
You ready for your comic, Hearthwarming for Luna?
Yes, ready and waiting.
All right, folks, this is comic, Hearthwarming for Luna by Muffinshire. Do you want to read it, or just me, or
Uh,
both?
you're welcome to read it.
All right. In the deepest heart of winter's chill. Yeah, I wanted to give it a little bit more of a deeper tone or flair to it. You'll find a shining ember still. In hearths and hearts for those who know. Warmth comes from more than fire's glow. No, I'm not. That's not here, Matt the Shadow Man. This one, very serious tone, so I'm going to treat it with a serious tone. So, Muffinshire, what can you tell us about this comic?
Well, I've had this idea sort of brewing in my head for a couple of weeks. I wanted to do a sort of illustrated poem for a Christmas piece.
Mm-hmm.
I got the first two lines down, straight away, and then went through about 20 different versions to get the last two lines. So I don't think I should become a poet.
It's a cute poem. I like it.
Mm.
I love this idea. There's another picture I'm going to show immediately after this that's going to be in light of this comic, and you'll hear it if you. But what I want to ask is, what was your idea concerning, setting the pictures mostly up, getting this scenario?
I've sort of had this idea in my head that the royal family, the Celestia and Luna, 1,000 years earlier, were sort of very distant. Kept away from the common ponies,
Mm-hmm.
and as we see, Celestia in the show now, she'll happily mingle with other ponies, go to sporting events, go to receptions, all that sort of thing, and I wanted to sort of depict her guiding Luna through, how the royal family is different now that she's returned. So, you know, ideal time to have that is them helping out on Hearth's warming eve.
Certainly. Any last things you can say about this?
Well, I rattled this off sort of fairly quickly, at least by my standards. This took about 2 days of free time to put together, and in the run up to Christmas, of course. So, pretty frantic getting it done. I'd like to have put a bit more detail and put some more characters in, but it was going to drag out. I don't know if you've noticed in the last panel, or well, the second to last panel, I should say, of Luna putting the star on the Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
If you look in the crowd there, there's Thunderhead from Twilight's first day with his daughter.
There is. He doesn't have a scar.
It's not really. I couldn't have drawn it so that it would be picked up. It would have looked too cluttered.
Fair enough. I like that. That's adorable. Now, question: do you want to stay on for this next one that I was talking about?
Sure, I'll stay on.
All right. First of all, this comic to the crowd, and where is it? There it is. This one, folks, I saw and I just picked up right away. This was a no-brainer. This is While the Pageant Plays by The Wizard of Art. I'll send the link to you here. That Muffinshire 2. Do I really need to say much about this one, folks? This is just gorgeous. Do you have anything to say, Muffinshire?
Yeah, I'm just getting the image. I think I know the one you're talking. Yes, it's this one.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that myself. Very similar feel to what I was going for. I absolutely love it. I love his use of watercolors in this. It's really nice piece.
Mm-hmm. I bring this one to your attention and have you stay on because if you scroll down to my comment, he actually said that he drew inspiration from your comic.
Oh, right. No, I hadn't noticed that. Let me just check the comments here.
Right there, Matt the Shadow Man. Right
Yeah.
there.
Mm.
I'll bring this for everyone. I love the serenity of this scene. Very peaceful, very... I wouldn't even go so far as to say romantic. And you know what? I love that. Doesn't help that I probably am a romantic, but you know what? Sue me. All right. Anything else, Muffinshire?
Nothing much to add.
All right. Then thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to have you on.
Thanks very much.
Take care.
Bye.
And I believe that's all I'm going to say about this one. Yeah, it's a no-brainer to add this one. Anyway, let's move on, folks. I see both Colt and Assassin Monkey in there. Why don't... And Fallen Peach as well. Okay. Why don't I show... I will show Assassin Monkeys first. This one's titled Apple Top Hop. I'm doing a lot of clapping here. Forgive me. I saw this one and I just had to add it. I love the animation. It's nice and simple, very bouncy, very cute. Quote. Little 4-frame digital hoof drawing animation for y'all. This came out of nowhere, but I just had to finish it once I realized what I had begun. End quote. I'll let you read the description. I like that story, Assassin Monkey. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Yo, that's funny. All right, let us move on. Okay. I will get this one by Colt Steel Stallion here. And don't tell me Death Pony's in here too. This one is titled Kinda Cute by Colt Steel Stallion. This one I love. I love this one. Thank you for the invitation, Rainbow Dash. I truly appreciate it. No problem, Fluttershy. I'm glad you're here. What's this? Is this you? In the photo? Oh, that. Yeah, I won first prize in the Junior Speedsters flight competition. Yeah, Sweetie Belle might be bad in pitch, but Rainbow Dash is just as bad in terms of pitch. Aw, look at you. You're adorable. Um, you mean cool and awesome, right? No, I think you're really cute as a filly. Stop calling me cute. It's bad for my reputation. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make you upset. It's just that you're so cute when you're upset. No! Stop! Yeah, now you know why I like this one so much, folks. Dark 92 right there. You did a really nice job on these eyes here, by the way, Colt. I just kind of noticed that, but I like that. All right. I want to check who is here really quickly. All right. Good. She is still here. This next one is by Fallen Peach, titled A Singing Fluttershy Plushie, and it's for sale. Let's see here. Quote. For sale here on eBay. Made a new pony pattern. Fluttershy is 13 inches tall and about 14 inches long. She's made out of yellow and blush minky. Blah, blah, blah. When you press her chest, she'll sing Hush Now, Quiet Now. She also comes with Angel, who is 6 inches tall, including with the ears 3 inches long. Yes, I checked the little video that comes with this in the link, folks. She does sing, and she sings really well. Night, Retro Cheerily. This also is one of those no-brainer things. Let's see. I don't think I gave you the plushie, the link. So there's the link again. Oh, I did. Oh well. Wow, it's three. Never mind. But anyway, We're about a half an hour through the first hour already. That is hard to believe, folks. All right. Now, was there anyone else that I didn't get? All right, let's go with this one since I think we've got most people out of the way who are here. This is titled Princess Twilight Rainbow Dash Balloon Cosplay by our good friend, No Ordinary Balloon Man. This is one of those, it's just strange enough that I got to put it on here, folks. Quote, was at the Holiday Matsuri convention last week when I was asked to create 2 balloon cosplays. While I did wear this one day, I had to let my friend Eric Bennett, aka Rainbow Dash, wear it while I was gone. In all honesty, he actually wore it better than me. End quote. Darn tootin', Rylif. The smiley, the cane, or the scepter, actually. Yes, that is the Twyla scepter, folks. All of this spaghetti in the chat. Well, I don't care. I think this is a great cosplay. I've always enjoyed No Ordinary Balloon Man's work when he does these. Back up a little bit. I enjoy looking at this stuff because I've never seen a balloon cosplay before, let alone this kind of artistic expression with balloons. And I think that's just absolutely fantastic. Matt the Shadow Man, that's a terrible joke. All right. Let's move on. We got one comic left, and I don't see her in here. Okay. So, this one, Mr. Ben, I'll show yours next. But first of all, I want to get this one shown first. This is by our good friend, Mr. Death Pony. It's been a while since we've had him on here. Titled Quaint Picnic. And there's a reason for that. He's been really busy. But another story for another day. Quote, this is a small version of the prize for the Seeds of Kindness 2 donation for the generous and patient James. Sorry it took me so long. I hope you like it. As you can see, 'twas a time before Twilight Card when I started working on it, but studies, other projects, and work came along. I hope to draw some smaller pics soon and update the weighting of the newer rig. End quote. These are the kind of scenes that I love from him. Just these quaint, quiet scenes where he just draws the ponies. I've always loved his high detailed art. And this is one of those cases. It's an absolutely pretty piece, absolutely gorgeous. Mr. Death Pony, this is the kind of stuff I love featuring. Rainbow Dash's best pony. We'll have his work on here next week as well. And that one I know is going to draw a lot of stuff. Doesn't she, Matt? I'm not sure. Yami Vizzini. I think you're right, Mr. Ben. And Muffinshire. I'm actually kind of glad he didn't have Celestia swiping all of the cakes, instead just enjoying her piece. Alright, let's move on. All right, Mr. Ben, you're up. This one is by a person known as Icard Shadow Reaver, better known as Mr. Ben, as in the same Mr. Ben with the purple and gold text. Titled Princess Digits. Quote, gift for everlasting joy, both as a late Babble with Brony's 2-year anniversary and as the result of an unrelated joke that is probably getting a little too out of hand. I don't really know how Digits would react to son Alicorn Hood, though like Mina before him, I could imagine he wouldn't be too entirely happy about it either. For those of you who don't know, that's my pony Sona, Digits. And the pony in the background in the second panel, that's Eyesore. For those of you who haven't heard the story, Eyesore is the residential troll, the one who causes all of our technical mishaps and problems. I'm just going to kind of let this one speak for itself. Middle digit. What was it? Oh, yeah. This one, because of all of those interviews I had a couple of weeks ago, this is why it's taken me so long to get this one out. And I figured the interviewee is probably not going to get this, so I thought, let's just save it for when the timing is appropriate. So that's why, like I said, it's been shown so late. Matt, the Shadow Man. Iasora. Or something like that. For those of you wondering what that avatar is, it's Let Hope Never Die. But, yeah. Oh, and to answer your previous question, how would I react to that? Well, sure, the wings would be something like, well, that's sudden. I can make use of these. All right. Let us move on. We are so going to run over time, but oh well. And last on our still images, non-comic, is I'm a Hero by High Roller 2108. Yeah, here's more cuteness for you. Just going to kind of let this one speak for itself. Yes, it is Rainbow Crash. Dashy beat us. Yeah, the big reason I threw this one into this, folks, was the cuteness factor. Good Lord, is that cute. Although I will say this, I love the main style here. Nice and detailed, nice and bright. The lighting is excellent with the lightning in the background. Very good job, High Roller. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. Forgive me for that. Take care, Cold Steel Stallion. That, Matt the Shadow Man, that. And last, we got a continuation from that comic we showed a long time ago, folks, titled Cadence Gets a Makeover, page 5, by Frosty Cat 13. When we last left off, Cadence was finished giving Twilight a makeover, and out of anger, Twilight said enough, and we move on to Cadence now. Prepare for the worst, people, and prepare to laugh. Twilight, you've been up there for a while now. I was wondering, when will you be done? Patience, Katie. Beauty takes time, remember? Besides, I haven't even started on your makeup yet. Speaking of that, there you go, your blush. Twilight, warn me next time you're going to... And eyeshadow? Do that. "10 minutes later. Okay, Kate, you're all... Okay, you're all done, Cadence. Look at yourself. You'll love it. Okay, here goes nothing. Ah! If I had an appropriate scream, or the appropriate scream, I would so put it here. And I would, and no, don't give me the Wilhelm scream. I'm not talking about that one, folks. Muffinshire. Too much. Not enough. Too much. Not enough. Too much. Not enough. Yeah, I'm thinking of that YTP where Fluttershy's face gets erased. And for those of you who enjoy what was it I was going to say? Who enjoy not only this but me reading, quote, "But don't worry, this comic is far from over," end quote. On the last episode of Dragon's Ball Pay. Yes, I've seen that about a bazillion times, Ben-Hur. Anyway, let's move on. All right, folks, we got the videos to go to. Do you want... We have 2 songs and an animated video. Which do you want first? I'll give you that choice. Songs. 1 animated. 2. Whatever doesn't get me diabetes. That's not going to happen. I promise you that. Knit. All right. I'm getting songs, so let's go with them first. We'll go with this one first. This one kind of caught me by surprise, but I love it when things do that. So, this first one is titled PMV, Techno Pinky by The Pixel Tripper. Oh, and before I go on, if you're not headbanging and rocking to this music, you're not listening. Ladies and gentlemen, Techno Pinky by the Pixel Tripper. Now go and listen to it about another 5 or 6 times like I have. Okay. And this next one, this is one that, let me just put it this way, folks. I heard this one and I had to throw it on here. This was like, all my money, folks. MLP FIM, The Return of Harmony Orchestral Suite by Melodic Pony. Ladies and gentlemen, The Return of Harmony Orchestral Suite by Melodic Pony. And to wrap this up, this is that 13-minute piece I was telling you about. So yeah, we are really going to go way over here, folks. And for whoever's streaming next, I apologize in advance. This is... Oh, I'll tell it. Superman Meets My Little Pony by Toucan LDM.
At last, after nearly a year of planning, all of Equestria shall tremble before the power of my dear changelings. This time, I hold the cards, and this time...
Ahem. Perhaps I should mention it. I was the one that helped you with the plans. Therefore, I hold the aforementioned cards of yours.
Oh, yes. How could I forget, General? Of course you only helped because I was somehow able to release you from the Phantom Zone.
And how you discovered me was due to you smashing right into my face like a bug on a windshield.
Enough! We are not accomplishing anything with our bickering.
Agreed. I just hope this planet is a lot easier to conquer than that other planet, Houston.
Princess Celestia, we've got ourselves a huge problem on our hooves.
Oh my, whatever's the matter?
We've just heard that. Your Majesty, what's the matter with your mane? Why isn't it flowing?
Do you always expect my mane to flow every time?
Anyways, Queen Chrysalis, even though we've never actually used her name, is taking over the Crystal Empire, and she's getting help from some sort of creature in tight black leather.
Tight black leather?
I'm just as confused as you are, Your Highness.
Shouldn't Cadence and Shining Armor be protecting the Empire?
Well, let's just say they're a little tied up at the moment.
Well then, I guess I'll just have to deal with Chrysalis and her army. But I can't do it alone.
What about your sister Luna? Shouldn't she be able to help? Oh, right.
If my sister can't help me, then I am left with only one choice. Spirits of Equestria, by the power of my might, bring forth a companion to aid in our plight. I summon a warrior of great strength and flight. I beg for a companion, bring him to fight. I summon thee!
Look, up in the sky!
It's a bird.
It's a plane!
No, it's Superman!
I wish they wouldn't always say that. Oh, well, time for my daily crime inspection of Metropolis. Great Scott! Never fear, folks. This looks like a job for... Superman! Holy guacamole! Where am I?
Calm yourself, great warrior. All of your questions shall be answered.
A talking winged unicorn. Sure, why not?
I am Princess Celestia. What is your name, great warrior?
You may call me Superman. I was just in the middle of stopping a plane from crashing when you interfered by bringing me to this place. What the heck, lady?
A minor setback, I assure you. But let me explain why I summoned you here. And that's why I brought you here. So you think you can help us?
Yeah.
Great. Now we must be on our way.
On the way to where?
Princess Celestia! Thank goodness you're here.
Yes, Cadence. And I brought someone to help us.
Hi.
Is that a human?
Well, not exactly. However, I did manage to find him on Earth, and thankfully he is more than capable to help us in our time of What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. It's just that this kingdom reminds me of my Fortress of Solitude, since it too is made of crystals. You wouldn't happen to have access to Kryptonian technology, would you?
What?
Well, this is all very fascinating, but I am afraid we have something more important to worry about.
Yes, of course. Now, where are these changelings?
The last time I checked, they were...
We made it!
Chrysalis! Wait, how are you able to get inside?
Your ceiling's made of crystal. It wasn't that difficult.
No, I mean, how did you get in the city so easily? I thought the magical barrier was strong enough to keep you out.
Wait, what Oh, that barrier. Right.
You forgot to do it, didn't you?
Sorry, dear.
Enough of this foolishness! You two, kneel before Zod!
Hello, General.
Well, if it isn't the son of Jor-El.
What are you doing here? Didn't I trap you in the Phantom Zone along with Ursa and Non?
Yes, you did. Fortunately, Her Majesty Queen Chrysalis here aided in my escape.
I have no idea what's going on. What is he talking about?
Silence, you!
We're here for one goal. Revenge!
Shall we take this outside?
You feel concern for these pitiful creatures, Kal-El?
What?
You know I do, Zod, and they're not pitiful.
Well then, by all means, we'll take this outside. Shall we get started?
Try this.
Ah!
You're gonna ruin my beautiful face!
Looks like someone else beat me to it.
My turn. Yeah! Chrysalis, don't you have, I don't know, an army?
Oh, right.
Very interesting style of look there. But I can make it look even better.
There's something you don't see every day.
That should distract them long enough for us to take the castle.
Change! Right to the kill! Well, looks like the odds are against you.
We can defeat you, Chrysalis, just like last time.
Don't be too sure about that, my dear. The power of love won't save you this time. What? Impossible!
Actually, it was pretty easy.
But the army!
I think I have a concussion. Is it a bad sign if you smell burnt toast and everything looks like it's underwater?
Zod, Chrysalis, we'll give you both one last chance. Surrender peacefully, or you'll be joining your army in the pile.
We will not surrender, Kal-El.
And once we take over the Crystal Empire, we will take over all the other nations. Then all of Equestria!
Wanna bet?
Looks like it's just you and me, Kal-El.
This won't take long, Zod.
Do you forget that my powers rival your own?
True, but we also rival weaknesses.
What do you mean?
Catch.
What's this? Crystal? You idiot! This whole kingdom is full of crystals!
What the? What sorcery is this?
Oh, just some red kryptonite I found while fighting off the doppelgangers of me and the princess. It was just lying there on the ground. Very convenient.
This is humiliating. And why do I feel like eating carrots?
Aww, aren't you just the cutest thing? And now I'm bored.
What the?
Huh?
Oh, what a cute little bunny.
What?
Here, you can play with my friend Angel while I get you a nice big carrot.
Neil!
Well,
This isn't over, Celestia.
wrong answer.
I will rule you!
Well, it's been an honor fighting alongside you, defending the Crystal Empire and whatnot, but I must get back home to Metropolis, so if it isn't any trouble...
I understand. Thank you for all of your help, Superman. The ponies of Equestria will never forget what you have done here today.
No kidding.
You're welcome, Your Majesty.
Farewell, Man of Steel.
Ah, home sweet home. Wait, wasn't there something I was supposed to... Oh!
Hooray for Superman! Getting a little sloppy with the rescues lately, hey Clark?
Oh, hey Bruce. I can explain this. You see...
Don't tell me, let me guess. Talking ponies.
How did you know?
Because I've been there, man. I've seen the stuff that you've seen. Plus, I can smell the pony sparkle coming from you.
You think we'll ever see that caped human again?
I'm not sure, Shining Armor. Maybe someday.
Well, with all the weird things that happen around here on a daily basis, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you to death!
Superman Meets My Little Pony by Toucan LDM. All right, folks. Now, before I go on, I want to do a little experimenting. This, I was doing a little experimenting with the video earlier in the week, and I can't decide which one you guys like. Better one or two. I'll say that again. 1 or 2? All right. Then, here we go.
Here? I get to stay here?
Twilight Sparkle said you were coming to Canterlot for a visit and asked if I might accommodate you.
Thank you so much, Princess.
You're very welcome.
No, really. This is so nice of you.
It's nothing, really.
Oh, but it isn't nothing. It's everything. I just don't know what to say, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Thank you.
Your luggage, mademoiselle?
I'll leave you to get settled.
Your Highness.
Enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Where would you like me to put these?
That's perfect. My little pony, my little pony.
I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure,
Tons of fun.
a beautiful heart, faithful and strong.
Sharing kindness.
It's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
Oh, Pooh, do you know what I love about Canterlot? Ah, everything! I may have been born in Ponyville, but I am a Canterlot pony at heart. Now, I know that we're here to pick up some fabrics for the shop, but Twilight was such a dear to get me that suite at the castle, I simply must make her something to express my gratitude. Ooh, an outfit for her birthday party this weekend. Perfect! Don't you just love it, Hero Blessings?
Please excuse our interruption. I'm Jet Set, and this is my wife, Upper Crust. We saw you from across the cafe and just had to find out.
Where did you get that simply marvelous chapeau?
Oh, this old thing? Oh, it's just something
Rarely!
Hey, Riley! It's me, AC Turnip Truck. We met at the big hoedown at Ponyville last fall.
Oh, yes, of course. How are you?
Good, real good.
You're from Ponyville?
Well, yes, but...
She sure is. She's a real big-time fancy-pants dressmaker there. Probably made that real pretty thing she's got on her head.
I thought it looked a little country.
I told you it wasn't something you could get here in Canterlot, dear.
Huh. Well, they seem real nice.
Looked a little country. Not something you can get here in Canterlot. I'll show you something worthy of Canterlot! I have to get started right away. This new design is very ambitious, and I've already written to Twilight to let her know she'll have something beyond fabulous to wear to her party. Fancy pants!
I say, that's one way to make an introduction.
Oh, goodness. I am so sorry. I didn't see you there. I've just got so many bags, and I was trying to get back to my suite at the castle, and...
You're staying at the castle.
Well, the princess invited me to stay in one of the suites.
You know the princess?
A pony with expensive tastes, I see.
Oh, it's for an ensemble I'm making for a friend. Her birthday's in a few days. Again, I'm really sorry I bumped into you.
I'm not. You are obviously some pony worth bumping into. Listen, I have a VIP box reserved at the Wonderbolts Derby this afternoon. Would you be so kind as to join me and a few of my companions there?
Me?
But of course, my dear.
Well, sure.
We'd love to see you there.
Rarity.
Rarity.
Pro. Seeing the Derby from a VIP box is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Con. Going to the Derby cuts into the amount of time I have to finish Twilight's outfit. Pro. Fancy Pants is the most important pony in Canterlot. His stamp of approval could mean big things for me here. Con. Twilight's party might not be as sophisticated as the Derby, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't put all of my energy into creating her birthday ensemble. My Ponyville friends will appreciate my hard work more than any pony. I hate to let them down. And I won't. Opal, I am going to the Wonderbolts Derby as a guest of Fancy Pants. Excuse me.
Rarity, jolly good to see you. So glad you could make it.
Hey, I've never
Every pony, this is Rarity. She's staying at Canterlot Castle.
Ladies and gentlefolks, welcome to the Wonderbolts Derby. The competitors are taking their places at the starting line and our race will begin momentarily.
I'll be rooting for Rapid Fire, of course. He's sure to take home the grand prize.
I don't think he has a chance against Fleetfoot.
Bravo, Rarity. I say, how did you know Fleetfoot would be victorious?
My friend Rainbow Dash talks about her all the time. She says what Fleetfoot lacks in size, she makes up for in speed.
And who is this Rainbow Dash?
Why, she's the Wonderbolts trainer, of course.
Staying at Canterlot Castle, and she knows that Pegasus is training the Wonderbolts. I told you all this was an important pony.
Really?
3 cheers for Rarity, my new favorite party guest.
Hooray!
And then I said, please, that isn't a hat, darling. That's a natural disaster that somehow landed atop your head.
Oh, you are a delight, Rarity. An absolute delight. You simply must attend my art gallery opening this evening.
Oh, I'd love to, but
And let's not forget my charity auction tomorrow morning.
Well, that sounds wonderful, but
And of course, there's a seat for you at my dinner party tomorrow night.
I'm flattered. Really. It's just I have a project I really need to get started on, and...
Oh, but Rarity, I may as well close down the whole gallery if you can't attend.
My auction is for charity, dear. For charity.
And my dinner party will be a disaster if you don't come.
Of course I'll be there.
Wonderful. Disaster averted.
Looks like we'll be spending a few more days here, Opalescence. Turns out bumping into Fancy Pants like that was the best thing that's ever happened to me. Of course, finishing Twilight's dress in time for her birthday party is still my top priority. But I can't possibly disappoint the Canterlot elite by rejecting their invitations now, can I?
I'll be the toast of the town, the girl on the go, and the type of pony every pony should know. I'll be the one to watch the girl in the flow, and the type of pony every pony should know. Becoming as popular can be. Making my mark in high society. I'm the belle of the ball, the star of the show. Yeah, and the type of pony every pony should know. See how they hang on every word that I speak. My approving glance is what they all seek. I'm the creme de la creme, not just another Jane Doe. I'm the type of pony every pony should know. At home at the opera on a fancy yacht, becoming the talk of all of Canterlot. I'm the creme de la creme, not just another Jane Doe. Yeah, I'm the type of pony every pony should know. Because I'm the type of pony. Yes, I'm the type of pony. Yes, I'm the type of pony every pony should know.
Oh, I hope I haven't forgotten anything.
Me too.
We'd better get going. I must get back to Ponyville with enough time to finish Twilight's ensemble. For me? Dearest Rarity, your presence is requested at the Canterlot Garden Party tomorrow afternoon. Yours, Jet Set and Upper Crust. The Canterlot Garden Party! Right next to the Galloping Gala, that is the premier event at Canterlot! Ah! Ooh, but if I go, I'll miss Twilight's birthday. But if I don't go, my new reputation in Canterlot as a very important pony might be ruined. I might never be invited to another high society event again. Friend's birthday, very important pony. It's just too important. My dear Twilight, I am afraid I won't be able to make it to your birthday party tomorrow because poor Opal is quite ill. And she is in no condition to make the long journey back to Ponyville. I do hope you understand. Your friend, Rarity.
I suppose this means you don't need me to bring down your bags?
No, but I will need some help unpacking them. What do you think? Too much? You're right, too little. Garden party, here I come! Right before she hit the ground, shoot! Hi again! What are you... How did you... Why are you...
Listen to her. She's so excited to see us, she can hardly talk.
What I mean to say is, what are you all doing here?
When I got your letter saying you were stuck in Canterlot, I asked Pinkie Pie if it wouldn't be too much trouble to move my birthday party here, so you wouldn't have to miss it.
Balloons are super easy to pack. Wow. First you get me a suite at Canterlot Castle, and now this. I don't know what to say, Twilight.
How about you start by saying what you're doing in that fancy getup?
This, well, I always put on something a little fancy when Opal's feeling under the weather. Cheers it right up.
Oh, poor Opal. Where is the sick darling?
Oh, she's... Hold on a minute.
Huh?
I am so sorry about this. She's resting on the bed.
Poor baby. She looks awful. Is that my dress?
Yes.
It's so simple. So practical. So me. It's the perfect dress for my birthday party. I love it.
You don't know how glad I am to hear you say that.
When I told the princess that I was moving the party to Canterlot, she was kind enough to offer us the Canterlot Castle Ballroom.
Isn't it fancy pants? Fancy pants? Where? Where did you find the time to put up all these decorations?
Oh, I never leave home without my party cannon. I thought about having my birthday outside, but they're having another party on the castle grounds today.
No reason I can't at least make an appearance. I'm here!
Darling, I'm so glad you made it.
Rarity! So happy to see you here.
I wouldn't have missed this for the world.
I say, what is that scent you're wearing? It smells like... Is that cake frosting?
Yes, I always dab a little frosting behind my ears before I go out. After all, who doesn't like the smell of cake frosting?
I know I do.
Mm-hmm. Well, all this talk about cake has made me hungry. Think I'll go and see what's on the hors d'oeuvre table, if you'll excuse me.
I must say,
yes,
you
darling.
do look like... like the height of fashion.
Really, thank
Of
you.
course,
And you're
I would expect nothing less.
I think I left the bathwater running in my suite. I really should go check on Opal. Is that Princess Celestia?
I need to use the little filly's room.
Can I get any pony more punch? I have to go to do the thing with the stuff, you know.
What's with the croquet mallet?
Duh, the one in your mouth? Oh, that croquet mallet. The truth is,
Were you at that other party in the garden? Rarity, I'm surprised at you.
Twilight, let me explain.
I hadn't realized you were such a savvy business pony.
You must understand.
All of those ponies look so posh. And with the Grand Galloping Gala coming up, I bet you could totally get some of them to buy your dresses. Very smart.
Why, yes, I didn't want you to think I was being rude, so that's exactly the reason I didn't tell you. The one and only reason.
Oh, well, you didn't have to do that. You should totally go over there and mingle.
Twilight, you really are the best friend a pony could ever ask for. I don't know why I ever thought you wouldn't understand.
Understand what?
Nothing. See you girls later.
Hey, wait up! We're your friends. I'm sure they won't mind if we check out the party, too. Come on, you guys. Let's show them how to party Ponyville style.
Oh, no! How come y'all aren't doing any gardening? This is a garden party, isn't it?
Can you believe what that pony is wearing?
It's just so plain.
Yeah.
Excuse me, might I ask where you got your ensemble?
Why, yes. Yes, you may. A very, very close friend of mine from Ponyville made it for me.
Ponyville? You don't say.
I do say. Her name is...
Fancy Pants, come with me. I'd like to show you this thing that's over there, on the other side of the room.
In a moment, my dear. This lovely filly from Ponyville was just about to tell me who made her charming dress.
That dress? Oh, come now, who cares? It's just a plain old...
Oh, don't be so modest. This dress you made is beautiful. We all think so.
You know these ponies?
Yes. Yes, I do know them. They may not be as sophisticated as some of you Canterlot ponies, but they are my best friends, and they are without a doubt the most important ponies I know.
Important ponies? These ruffians?
Don't make me laugh.
I, for one, find them charmingly rustic. And I think the dress you made for your friend is lovely. I dare say every mare in Canterlot will be wanting one.
Oh, I'd like to place my order right now.
I think you should get two.
Yes, now then. How about you introduce me to your friend?
With pleasure. Dear Princess Celestia, I wanted to tell you about the important lesson I learned during my visit.
Now that I would like to hear.
I learned that no matter where you go in life, you should never forget that you are the product of your home and your friends. And that is something always to be proud of, no matter what.
A very valuable lesson to have learned.
It certainly is. But might I ask that we hurry things up a bit? Oh, no!
Ladies and gentlemen, Sweet and Elite. So as I get set up, of course, the usual question. Opening comments, questions, concerns. Okay, not questions, but opening comments. Probably maintaining the library, Dark 92. Croquet mallet out of 10. Oh. Sorry. Everyone's saying great episode, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. High marks. Yeah, I got to give this one high marks as well. This is not only one of the best of season 2, but it's definitely one of the best of the entire series. I'll even go so far as to say that. Where it falls under, I don't know, and I won't say until, of course, we get to the end of the season. But we'll get there when we get there. Right there, Matt. Yep. Just kind of letting the comments flow in right now. We'll get to the song here in a second. But I think to start out, what do you guys have to say about Fancy Pants? J.E. Smith. Hold that thought, Rain Shadow. I'm going to elaborate on that, but yeah, pretty much right there. Okay, I like that. Twilight is magic. Yeah, you guys are pointing out, as Rain Shadow put wonderfully, or it was Rain Shadow, right? Yeah, that's how good my memory is, folks. Yep, it was Rain Shadow. As Rain Shadow put it, great to see a pony who's rich, but not a douche. Good way of putting it. Something I've always found interesting about Fancy Pants. I want you guys to imagine something really quickly here. Let's take away his rich, affluent nature. Just take that away. Now, but keep everything else consistent. I'm just curious. I personally am going to attest to this. I don't know how you guys are, but I'll say it anyway. Take away his rich, affluent nature, and I think we would be sitting here talking about how... What's the word I'm looking for? Perfect or flawless, and in a bad way. Too much of a goody-good. Words like adjectives like that, I think we would be describing him. So yes, when people tell me what you guys said, add on to this rich notion, and he becomes a completely different character. And not only that, but as you guys have pointed out, with not only Blue Blood, but in another brilliant move on the show's behalf, we have Jet Set and Upper Crust as our rich stereotypes in the show. Or in this episode. We established them to get our rich stereotypes. Now we have Fancy Pants or we can use them as a comparison for Fancy Pants. Yeah, Marty Stew, Gary Stew, however you want to put it, Candaru. That would be another good word. Thanks, I blanked on it, but yes, that is a... Celestia doesn't count on the guise of she's the ruler. Nittany Discord. I will say that, even though your point is just as valid. That's a good way of looking at it, Retro Cheerily. Polydunami. I read that as Hyacinth Bouquet, of course. Very true, Mr. Ben. Very true. Kinky. These people are pretty cool guys. A save equestrian doesn't afraid of anything. All right, I think we should move on to yeah. Again, all very good points you guys are bringing up. All right, let's talk about the song. What do you guys have to say about the song? And yes, I'll be asking the obvious question that will go along with this, but just really quickly, your guys' impression of it. Pretty much right there, Rain Shadow. I gotta agree with you on that one. Mm-hmm. That is very true, Matt. Yeah, Twilight is Magic hit it right there. The style, the rhythm, the singing, all of it was just dead spot on. There's a reason I said this was a sleeper hit though for season 2. This song, while very, very well done and easily, as Matt said, worthy of being nominated for an Emmy, as Rain Shadow put, it faced some very stiff competition. We haven't reached my favorite song, not only of season 2, but of the series thus far yet. Anyone who knows me probably knows which one that is. But when we get there, I'll tell you why I love it so much. However, this one, I'm not sure where I want to put it. 2 or 3, because I have a hard time debating between this and some of the songs from the finale. But we'll get there when we get there. So then my question to everyone is, musical episode or a reverse musical episode? Hold that thought, Thunderbolt. I'll address that at the end. A musical episode, alright, I guess I have to explain it. And that's fine. A musical episode is where we have a major music number, meaning it's about 2 minutes or longer, and the music is so good that it overshadows the rest of the episode. A reverse musical is the exact opposite, where we have a 2 minute or more longer song, what I like to call a major song, but the rest of the episode overshadows the song. So, yeah, musical episode or reverse musical. You have to remember when I picked these terms, MMC hadn't aired yet. Heck, it wasn't even a thought, Mr. Ben. So, bear with me on that. Sorry. I find this one's a reverse musical episode. The reason being is because how do I want to put this? Some of it is we're going to save for the end, but it's mostly what happens towards the end in particular. A lot of that stuff in particular really overshadows the song. The song, like I said, is fantastic, but it really goes to show the episode when you have this really good song getting overshadowed by the rest of the episode. I might really need to rethink my definitions of musical and reverse musical, but when I get there. And that would be the definition of a musical episode, Rain Shadow, where you say episode and your mind goes straight to the song. So, yeah. If it doesn't, then it's probably a reverse musical episode. How do I want to go on from here? Fair enough, Matt. Fair enough. I want to talk about the third act, that is the garden party and beyond, but I'm not sure exactly how I want to word it right now. So I think I will just ask, let's move to the garden party scene, that entire bit of it, and discuss all of it. So it's going to be a very piece by piece thing. But what do you guys have to say about it? Yeah, I think best we start from the beginning and just kind of move forward. So I think I can start with you guys are kind of hitting what I'd like, just the start of it more than anything. Before I go on, I got to ask, what do you guys have to say about the party cannon? If you say cocaine mallet, I am going to hit you. Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and say it, folks. Party cannon was, without a doubt, one of the best inventions this show ever made. Not only just for Pinky, but for any show whatsoever. We've got a a cannon that not only functions for party decorations and shooting things out, she's used it as a weapon. Why do I get the feeling she's got that thing stored in some pocket somewhere? Just rips it out of a dimension, pulls it out. Here's my party cannon. Pew! And you guys wonder why I like Pinky so much. Yeah, that's for all you cocaine mallet guys. Matt. Why am I being so abusive, Nit? The power's gone to my head? Who says it's powered by anything conventional, Thunderbolt? For all we know, it's powered by, I don't know, Pinky's smiling personality. Of Smoker Batman. My point, Thunderbolt. My point. All right, why don't we move on from the party cannon to why don't we move to when the ponies crash the party? What do you guys have to say about that? I think we've already covered Rarity going back and forth, so we might as well move on to the scenes afterwards. I want just the party crashing, not Rarity confessing to everyone. We'll save that for next. There's a commission piece for you, Mr. Ben. Take care, Thunderbolt. Time Lords. Time Lords everywhere. Yeah, I know everyone's going to say it that Twilight Dancing stole the show, and yeah, rightfully so. And I will say this. No, wait, no, gotta save that for later. But one thing that I do want to note is I swear AJ just kind of subtly steals the show here. Why? Leave it to her to go, this is a garden party. Why aren't you gardening? She's adorable. Never mind that it was spur of the moment Syrian. And not only that, but the spur of the moment. So, yeah, they're hyped, they're happy. Of course they're going to, go crash some party like that if Rarity's attending it. That brings an interesting point, Dark 92 Enigma. Yeah, that is true, Matt the Shadow Man, but I just can't help but think I just can't help but laugh at it. It's adorable. It's her. Okay, let's move on and talk about the big given after the Gala fiasco, I think they actually would Rainbow Dash's best pony. I mean, look at the end results. Shoot, we crashed or we destroyed the party. And then Celestia comes in, "Hey, thanks for destroying the party for me." I'd take that as some sort of incentive to do it again. Maybe not, but I think it's not so much about the partying in so much as it is about the notion of what's to come. And I'll transition to there for what it's worth. As I said, it's not about the them crashing the party in so much as it is the five being five hillbillies from Hicksville, where mingling with Rarity, who's someone wanting to be in a high class society. Not only that, but in a party with high society ponies. So what you get is exactly that, a giant clash of cultures, or class warfare, if you will. You get, as I said, this clash of cultures. So you get, as I said, or as I would say, you get these five uncivilized monkeys escaped from a zoo running around in a high society garden party. It's contrast. Mr. Ben. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on that one, Nit. In spite of it being an off-topic conversation, I do have to agree with you. Work with me here, Twilight is Magic. You know what I mean. All right, let's talk about Rarity at the garden party. What do you guys have to say about her there? I'll be a little more specific here. I'm talking about when it's, what's the word I'm looking for? The phrase. But whatever. When it's revealed that Rarity made Twilight's dress, that makes her from Ponyville, and it's revealed she knows them. What do you guys have to say about that? That's what I want to say. That's a good point, Rain Shadow, right there. Right there, Matt the Shadow Man. Dead on. We can kind of talk about the lesson here as well, since the two are interconnected. I think you're right, Venher. Writing that end scene was something they enjoyed doing. As Matt the Shadow Man pointed out, something that is great about this lesson is not only is it a very good one for kids, this is something very good for adults. I know I'm kind of tiptoeing around your statement there, Matt. Work with me here. The great thing about this lesson is it applies to everyone. Yes. To realize what's the most important thing to you, your friends or power, is a great lesson that a lot of people, especially adults, can learn about. And I love this moment because it truly is one of those character-defining moments for Rarity. She had all the power in the world to say, I don't know them. Her love of power would have overshadowed her love of love from others, her friends. Instead, what we get is someone who clearly has some semblance of maturity and decency in her life. Someone who has taken the time to say, these people are important to me. Or ponies, I'm sorry. These ponies are important to me. And to lose them is something I could not do. She clearly has her priorities in order, folks. And people try and tell me that she's a terrible character. Right there, Dark 92 Enigma. Elaborate a little bit, Twilight is Magic. That one I personally need some elaboration on. Again, hold that thought, Iwa. Just hold that thought. I'll be getting there. Right there, Matt. Yep. Yeah, for everyone saying that Rarity wasn't called out, hold on. I will get there. I promise you. In fact, it's the last point on not only my notes, but I was intentionally saving it for the end. So, wait. Where is your evidence to suggest that Twilight is Magic? I do have to ask in this case. I do want some evidence for this one. Because I would still buy the innocent card here. Okay. Go on. Well, yeah, that. But how strange is that already, Rain Shadow? A lot of lag today. Yeah, but Rarity dug herself into that hole, Mr. Ben. I mean, she even said it. I like to dab a little behind my ears before I left. Yeah, she could have easily just said, I ate some before I came here, but Rarity didn't. What's the difference, Rain Shadow? No, I got you, Twilight is Magic. I see where you're going with it. And I'm beginning to see where you're coming from, Twilight is Magic. To the point that I believe you. I mean, after all, who asked, quote, you know these ponies? Mind you, a legitimate question given the circumstances otherwise, but given the cake frosting bit, I'll buy it. Interesting. I'm thinking, so I'm sorry. Clearly, he should. I wonder if he plays chess because he would be damn good at it. And beating her, Mr. Ben. That's right. That's a good point. I forgot about that, but yes, that is a really good point, and he beats her. True. It's true that comics are not canon, Sumi. That, yes, that should go without saying. But it's an interesting note. That's all I'm going to say. I think at that point we're just going off speculations, J.E. Smith. What if needless what ifs. All right, we are running a little too far over time, far more than I care to. So, and besides, I think at this point we're starting to move off topic. So, let's address that point. Let's address the point of everyone bringing up the notion of Rarity not being called out for all of her lies. These are my notes on it. One, from a storytelling standpoint, lying to better yourself, or if anything, just lying in general, is not the point of the episode. The point of this episode is exactly at the end there, for Rarity to realize what's important to her. Not only that, but also from a storytelling standpoint, what's the word I'm looking for? Believable. By her lying, it makes this story all the more believable. Tell me, folks, question for you. Have you not lied to better yourself? I know I have. Hell, I do it every time I talk about this show. But imagine, if you will, for a moment, Rarity telling the truth to everyone. Would you buy that? Would you honestly, and a lot of the same reactions happening. Do you honestly believe that those same reactions would happen if she told the truth? And here's another thing to think about. Say she does tell the truth and the more appropriate reactions happen. We'd have a completely different story. How? I don't know, and I don't care, because that's just unimportant at this point. Second, All of her lies are realized when she reveals herself to the ponies at the party. You know, when she confesses that she knows everyone, or the other five. Everything right there is realized. And if you really think about it, when she introduces Rainbow Dash to Fancy Pants, that would be a big cue as to, oh, that's Rainbow Dash. She's not the Wonderbolt's trainer. She's too young for that. But that's not my point, or not wholly my point. My point is that, as we said, she realized what's important to her at this point. She basically did right there admit, yeah, I lied to you. So even if I lose this high society that I just gained from lying, but I still have my friends, what really did I lose? Well, yeah, that's true, Sumi, but work with me here. Third, even if she did get called on those lies, who's to say they weren't off screen? Again, I also refer you to the point of storytelling on the notion of, from a storytelling standpoint, that's irrelevant. It's not substantial to the lesson story we're trying to tell. And last point, 4. Forget the focus of the episode for a moment. In spite of this show's target audience being for the 6 to 9-year-old girl, I'd like to think that they already know the idea of what lies are, and why telling lies is bad. In other words, to address such an episode, such a point, do we really need it? I think by that point, they understand it. So, yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Sorry, I really shouldn't have you guys hear that. Exactly, Yami Vizzini. Anything else? Any points to the topic I brought up, folks? Twilight is magic. As I said, it wasn't supposed to be Syrian. CRN, sorry. Any last points before we wrap this up? One of the strong suits of this show, I will always confess, Nit, right there. At least as evidence to it, anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna give quick summaries. You're gonna hear me talking about this episode again. You'll know where. All right, I realize you guys are having a pretty darn good discussion about this, but and I'll let it go on for a little bit, but I'm just gonna wrap things up here and just let the chat go on for a couple more minutes. Anyway, next week is up in the air. It's probably going to be another episode review. I'm hoping that what was it I was going to say? I'm really hoping that back up, Joy. There are going to be a lot of interviews coming up here, folks. I've got a lot of them sitting on the back burner for one reason or another. So we're going to be getting to a lot of interviews. I will try and pace them out a little bit better than, 3, 4, 5 weeks straight of interviews. So don't be too scared. Depending on when Jay Haller can get his equipment working, we will be interviewing him probably ASAP. If he's still not ready by next week, we will be doing Secret of My Excess. We'll do another episode review. And I think, did I have any? I swear I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up and just kind of let chat go for another couple minutes. Holla holla get dollar. Whoop, sorry. Trying to click on the wrong thing there. Yeah, I see what you did there, J.E. Smith. There's a discussion episode I want to have concerning such situations as Sumi and Tim are having here, but I'm saving that for after the season 2 wrap up. Although, given some of the circumstances, I might move that around. We'll see. We'll see. But why don't we... I'm going to wrap this up as in end the stream. So, for all of us here at Babble with Bronies, myself, Everlasting Joy, along with my good friends Twilight is Magic and Mr. Ben, we want to thank you all for coming by. I already gave you the synopsis for next week, so stick by to the website, which, why don't I give you that? Why don't I do another promo for us? Here is our website. Check it out. We keep all of things updated here. And don't be afraid to stop by our other pages that we have, like our Facebook and Twitter page. Keep that pretty well updated. We also have a very heavy emphasis on keeping the synopsises up to date. So if you don't know what the synopsis is, look to these sites, people. You will find them. I promise you. So, in the meantime, we want to thank you for stopping by, and until next week, farewell.